Hey guys, it's me Jay again. Like I said, I wanted to do uh, a review of the Mixes episodes I missed. I missed two, so here's the Mixes review for episode three. Um, Episode three is about hair. Now, this is a very unique episode. And I think, oh, what do you mean about hair? African American people and mixed race people in the United States have always been stigmatized, particularly women, stigmatized for the texture and the feeling of their hair. They've been pressured to straighten it in the in the public sphere, in work and in school. So being as blackish always tackles um, big sociological issues that are related to race, it'd be only natural that they would tackle this. Plus, in the spinoff, Rainbow Johnson, a woman, the woman on the show whose character the show is based on, wears natural hair. So anyway, the story begins when Bo is at school. Now, Bo in the monologue talks about, just like you did about being mixed, how a lot of women nowadays do have natural hair, and they have. It's popular. It's a popular trend on Facebook. It's a popular trend in the media with various celebrities, um, Tracy Ellis Ross included, Lupita Nyong'o, a whole bunch of black female celebrities that now wear natural hair. But in the 80s, it was not. In the 90s, it wasn't. So she felt pressured for the school picture day to straighten her hair. Now, her mom had this particular belief. Her mom, coming from the Black Power era of the 60s and 70s, that you don't straighten your hair. That your pride is in your hair texture. Your pride is in the difference of your hair. So she was really into the Black Power movement, the Black consciousness movement of the 60s and 70s, and she wasn't about to straighten her children's hair, particularly her daughters. But the father found the girl's hair hard to manage. Like in one of the beginning scenes, he's trying to do Santa Monica's hair, and he just can't. And finally, they're at the dinner table with their aunt Denise, and she finally just says, well, "Why don't we get the child's hair straightened?" And then she calls the mother a hypocrite because she shows the kids the wedding photo, and the mother's hair is straight in the wedding photo. So the kids are like, "Wait a minute, what? You're always telling us we can't have straight hair, but you have straight hair in your wedding photo." So finally, um, Rainbow sneaks into the closet, and she makes a phone call to her Aunt Denise, telling her Aunt Denise she wants to finally get her hair done, her hair straightened at a salon. And the boy, Johan, says he wants to get his hair cut because his hair is very curly, very afro textured too. But he wants a high top fade, which is a very popular hairstyle with a lot of rappers like Big Daddy Kane and all that. But here's the thing: he's got a white father. He doesn't have the ability to have a high top fade. It wouldn't grow for him. I mean, you could do it with a lot of mousse and stuff like MC Search from um, you know uh, MC Search, the rapper that made Pop Goes the Weasel from Third Base. You could do it, but it was very difficult. And then, so the father takes him to a white barber. That's the barber of his grandfather. And the grandfather's barber doesn't know what to do with him because he doesn't know how to do that kind of style. So he takes him to the black barber. And the grandfather makes quasi racist comments about the neighborhood that he has to take the son to, which is Martin Luther King Boulevard or whatever. He says, I'm not going to bring my money clip. I'm not going to bring my Rolex watch. I'm not going to bring my car, implying that black people steal. So, I mean, I know it's intended for humor. It's a comedy, whatever, but I mean, he's supposed to be their support, but whatever, okay. And then there's this incident where the barber, who is black, is watching boxing with the grandfather, and he says, "Well, who do you pick?" And obviously, boxing is very racist. With blacks, with whites, with Hispanics, people. There's been riots in this country over boxing match, especially like in the early 1900s when Jack Johnson, first black man to win the World Heavyweight Championship in 1919. Uh, he was almost killed because he was beating the beating white men, and because he was dating white women. But that's beside the point. But the point is, he knew, and you always see it in boxing. You saw it 2 years ago when it was boxing versus MMA with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. Well, the whites sided with McGregor, the blacks sided with Floyd Mayweather. So this rich, affluent white man is very scared to side with the white boxer in the presence of in this hood barber shop. So he doesn't say anything. It's just a funny sidebar that if you know the history of boxing and the history of race in this country, will kind of make you laugh. But anyway, like they tell the kid, look, you can't get this hair either because you're not black enough. You're mixed. So little boy is disappointed. The father decides to give him cornrows, like Stevie Wonder style cornrows, like Stevie Wonder 1970s in the key of life cornrows types with the beads and all that. Give him that style. The father does that and he gets humiliated in the school. Kids are making fun of him, talking all kinds of crap about him, especially the black kids. And then he finally, like the voiceover of Tracy Ellis Ross says, he finally gets the guts to do what all mixed men do throughout their adult lives. They they overcompensate because they don't feel black enough. They become involved with pro-black movements, black power movements, because they want to prove their credentials that side. So he wants to prove his toughness, so he punches the kid and he ends up getting a black eye. So meanwhile, with the girls, they go and they had never been inside of black a black beauty salon before, and they describe what the scene is like: R&B music playing, women talking and chattering over each other, the smell of hot combs. But when they get the hair done, when they get the hair straightened, they love it. They love it. Okay? And particularly Santa Monica, she's funny because she's like this little diva on the show. You know what I mean? Like she's way more secure than Bo. But when Bo gets the hair done, she loves it. She's confident in school. Boys are looking at her. The black kids are looking at her. The white kids are looking at her. She's just in another world. But then, gym time. And when gym time comes, she doesn't realize the hairstyle she has, which is the perm, is going to be sweated out if she sweats and she engages in gym. So her friend, the girl that bullied her in the last episode, Tamika, tries to warn her, says, "You don't have your hair covered up. She says, I know, I don't. So then Tracy Ellis Ross proceeds to explain what a hair wrap is all about to the audience. And she gets her hair all messed up. And the mom is livid. She is livid that her daughters got their hair straightened at, without her permission. And Tracy Ellis Ross goes into the history of black hair products and the fact that the first black female millionaire in this country was Madam C.J. Walker, who made a killing off of straightening black hair. So the 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 desire to have quote unquote good hair has always been a desire of Black Americans, and it comes from it comes from a it comes from slavery, really, because of an inferiority complex put on them by white slave masters. But there is a moment in the episode when Santa Monica says, "So if I straighten my hair, am I not black enough either?" And the mom resolves to say that you are black enough in all your experiences, be they straight hair, natural hair, weave, and all that. And I love that comment because in so many of these groups, by both men and women, you see um, you see people attacking other people, calling people out their name, calling them derogatory names because they wear their hair a certain way. That they're not conscious enough, that they're not in touch enough with their African ancestry, and that to me is bullshit. That is total BS and nonsense. Whatever way you wear your hair, and even whomever you choose to marry, because this show is about an interracial relationship, it doesn't make you any less black. It doesn't mean that you're less down with the struggle. That's nonsense, guys. Nonsense. Even if you are mixed, like you're a mixed boy like Jahan, and you want to be down with the struggle like he is, and like someone like myself, that's good. Go for it. Do it because you're living your truth. You know, don't let anyone tell you that you're not. But I did find one moment in the show hilariously funny. Thing about mixes, it has nice jokes, but you get caught up so much in the social commentary and the racial commentary of the show that you forget that it's a sitcom. Sometimes, one moment that I did like was the teacher had said no messy hair in the school pictures, and Bo went home and told her mom about this, and Bo's mom flipped and went to the school, and she was about to beat the ass of this teacher. And then the bell rang, and the father, who was played by Mark Paul Gosselaar, said, "Oops, saved by the bell." And that was a wink and a nod to his previous TV show where he was Zach Morris, Saved by the Bell. We're probably going to see a lot more of those as the series goes on. But I really love how they tackled this issue because Chris Rock had tackled this in a documentary that he did in 2005, I believe it was, called Good Hair. And the relationship with African American hair, and the jealousy that some girls feel towards other girls because they have longer hair or better hair or good hair. And the origin of this, it comes from slavery. And just like I said, it would tackle colorism, it would tackle white privilege, it would tackle biracial privilege, but it would also tackle monoracial privilege. And the fact that monoracial people like Rebecca or like Tamika in the show. They don't have to juggle different realities in the way that Bo and her siblings do. So anyway, I enjoyed the two episodes, and I'm sorry, guys, that I missed um, that I missed you know you guys doing the weekly the weekly reviews of Mixage. But next week for sure, I'll be on my P's and Q's doing the next review. Peace.